believe that the United States would negotiate an agreement with a European nation that
yes, there you go.
What they have and not be at the table. Of course they would. And you'll see that in the coming weeks and months. Thank you.
Just
One, two, four, five, 8, 9.
It's good times. It could be very soon.
This month or?
It'll be soon. We'll see what happens. But they're meeting right now. And that's more. I mean, this should have been done 4 years ago, 3 years ago, before it started. It should have been done immediately after it started.
20.
Ontario was built by workers.
22. 23. 24. 25. 26. 27. 28. 29. 30. Yes. May pat-burning ba? Gusto ka nga madali mag-exercise. Bisag mukaon ka, mahilis na yung magikaon. O yung mga tirada na bagas. Squat, number 1. As you can see, pretty 60 repetition or ka oras yung buhaton sa kaya lang nimo. So karon jagta.
That's because this knife is made using the same Japanese plastic.
Boom. 2.
These knives deliver unmatched sharpness of plastic. She probably knew that ancient Japanese plastic produced extra sharp knives that don't dull. I can't even blame her for wanting to take advantage of our exclusive offer, save a ton of money, and get 2 handcrafted Japanese kitchen knives instead of just one with a ridiculously huge discount. This knife is nuts. But seriously, 2 quality knives can cost you over $200. Who can afford that in this economy? So don't be an idiot, guys. Don't miss the chance to get not 1, but 2 authentic handcrafted Japanese kitchen knives for less than $50. It's basically a Christmas miracle. This isn't just a knife, it's a freaking masterpiece.
Shit.
You'll feel like a pro chef every time you pick it up. And yes, it has a built-in hole for extra comfort, so you know it's cool, because that's how Japanese.
News out of the White House, out of the Oval Office, signing executive orders. Let's take you out to some of these from the beginning. This is tape playback. It's not live.
Minado, guys. News.
Kids, make nachos with black diamond cheese. It's a stampede.
Nothing brings a family together like Black Diamond, Canada's #1 most trusted cheese brand.
Let me spell out the possibilities for our American friends and speak directly to them. Option 1. You can carry out an unprovoked attack on our economy. Your consumers will pay more and your workers will get less. Gas prices will skyrocket. You will turn a loyal friend into a resentful neighbor forced to match hero with tyranny and to seek friends everywhere else. Both our economies will weaken, leaving less money for defense and security. And our enemies will grow stronger.
Fake news.
Option 1.
Oh yeah. Fuck. Fake news, man.
For decades, the Munich Security Conference has been an annual forum for the transatlantic alliance to hold discussions and articulate a unified worldview. But this year's gathering will be remembered instead for the US criticizing not its adversaries, but its European allies, and sowing confusion on its plans US Special Envoy for the conflict backtracked.
Can you assure this audience that Ukrainians will be at the table and Europeans will be at the table?
The answer to that last question, just to keep framing it, the answer is no.
That table initially will be in Saudi Arabia. US Secretary of State Marco Rubio was in Israel today ahead of those talks between only the US and Russian officials. But this plan has been roundly rejected by European leaders.
Europe needs to be a part of this process. Ukraine needs to be a part of this process. If not, this type of ceasefire is not going to be credible.
So French President Emmanuel Macron has hastily arranged an emergency summit in Paris on Monday, inviting European, EU and NATO leaders. The message: if Europe is going to have to keep this peace without American support, they will have a say.
We are witnessing tectonic shifts of the order structures and also of the positioning of major powers. The United States really is the big question mark at the moment.
A Kremlin spokesperson has said Russia is keen to speak to the US about peace and not war. Unusually, deciphering Washington's positioning is what's causing more of a headache. Indeed, the US has sent a questionnaire to European governments tonight, asking them what they will contribute towards Ukraine's security and whether they'd be willing to send troops to the country. Meanwhile, President Macron has spoken directly to Saudi Arabian Crown Prince Mohammed bin Salman, telling him explicitly Europeans must be at the centre of the peace process. Carolyn?
It's Macaroni in London. Thank you. I spent my life fighting for working people. Now I'm running to be premier, to build homes, hire doctors, fix schools, and make life more affordable. I'm Mara Childs, leader of Ontario's NDP. In this fight, I'm on your side.
Welcome back. I'm Austin Westfall. A live look at the White House, 6:54, the nation's capital. Officials from the U.S. are heading to Saudi Arabia.
Guys, i-short lang natin niya. Okay. Sore pa kayo akong tuod kay basketball. Sama na to, guys. Sabi.
Meanwhile, President Trump told reporters Sunday that Ukraine will be involved in talks. Special Envoy Steve Witkoff
Last one,
with Russian President Putin for about 3 hours. Last week's correspondent Alex Hagit with more from London.
4, 5.
Nearly 3 years after Russia's full-scale invasion of Ukraine, top U.S. and Russian officials are set to meet in Saudi Arabia for peace talks.
We'll be having meetings at the direction of the president, and hopefully we'll make some really good progress with regard to Russia, Ukraine.
The goal of the meeting is to start conversations about finding a permanent end to the war, but political terms are being kept under wraps.
This can't be ended on the battlefield. Peace is not a noun, it's a verb, it's an action. You have to take concrete steps towards it.
The meeting comes less than a week after President Trump spoke on the phone with Russian President Vladimir Putin.